Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Theodore Campbell, and I want to shout all the people out that's been watching the channel with me and my son. As you probably see already, the name of the channel is uh, Drummer Boy 1984. But I was thinking about taking a new route with the channel. Even though it's fun playing the drum, that's one of my hobbies. But I have a couple of other hobbies that I figured that I wanted to showcase. I wasn't sure if I wanted to start a whole new channel to do that, but I was like, nah, I could still just pretty much highlight everything all on the same channel. So this would probably be the first video that I post up, showcasing another one of my hobbies. For the people that know me in real life, I'm pretty much a bus nut or a bus lover. I drove buses for at least 8 years, charter buses and tour buses. I'm actually a second generation bus driver. My dad, he drove for 30, 40 years for different companies like Trailways. So I got it from him. And I absolutely love the industry, even though I'm currently not in it anymore because of circumstances. But I'm driving, still driving. I'm driving a tractor trailer right now. But I still got a love for the industry. So again, like the people that know me, they know I have a pretty good size model bus collection. So I wanted to showcase some of these buses that I collect and that I modify, and pretty much just show another side, of my hobbies. So I'll go into more depth about those things a little bit later. But I figured this first video I would shout out the people that make majority of the buses that I and a lot of other bus lovers collect. And that company name is Iconic Replicas. Now this calendar was released last year, as you see. It's for 2021. It was available last year and it's still available now. If you would like to get a copy, I believe you can go on the Awesome Diecast website to get a copy. I did not look to see how much they actually cost. I should have looked that up, but you can go on there and check it out. I know it's not too expensive. And the main reason I don't know the price is because I didn't pay for it. I got this one for free because when they made this calendar, they did a contest for people to submit different photos of the different buses that they collected from Iconic Replicas, and they used those buses in the photos of the calendar. And I was actually one of the winners. I was selected for the month of May, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But let's start from the beginning. This is the very front, as you see. Again, Iconic Replicas 2021 calendar. This first row, they got a few buses. This is the MCI 9. And these are all die-cast for all you people that don't know. That second one, you can barely see it, but it's the MCI 9. They got a New Flyer Excelsior right there. An MCI D4500. I believe that's an MCI 7 model, MC7. I can barely see it myself. But that last one is a GMC Fishbowl. And I believe this bus is a Dina right here. It's a Mexican bus. This one right here is another New Flyer Excelsior. That's also a New Flyer Excelsior. And an MCI 9. And as you see, a lot of these buses are pretty much the same bus with different paint schemes and livery. But they're showcasing, pretty much some of the work that they got. Which they have a lot of buses, and you won't see all of them in this calendar, but this gives you pretty much a good grip of what kind of work they do. Now, this is the rear. Sorry, it's not centered. This is the rear. This is that same MC9 that was on the front. Brewster. I believe it's Brewster Gray Line. I believe the founder, his name is Jeff Silver. I believe that he drove for them. So that's one reason that they modeled this particular livery. And I believe there's a picture inside of him next to the actual real bus, so you'll see that in a minute. And again, different models, transit buses. Most of these models you see here is 187 or HO scale. I believe this one isn't. I think this one is a 143 scale, but I'm not for certain. I didn't do much research, but I'm just trying to let you guys see this beautiful calendar they brought out. Now, if we go to this first page, you know, basic stuff. Awesome Diecast. I don't know if I said it before, but Awesome Diecast is actually the distributor. They're in partnership with Iconic Replicas, and they're pretty much the main source and distributor that distributes and help design these buses. There's other people that distribute them, but this is the main source of where you would get these coaches when they first come out. They said they was around since 2002, and they're real life replicas. And I will attest to that. Their buses are absolutely amazing. Like the graphics, the detail. And I'll show you those buses later on other videos, but for now we're just talking about the calendar. Now on this second page, this is actually Jeff Silver. This is the guy I was just talking about. He's one of the founders, and I guess you would say guy in charge of not Iconic Replicas, but Awesome Diecast. And he helps distribute the buses, and I guess puts a team together to decide what buses they're gonna submit to Iconic Replicas to replicate in the next few buses. And you know, they give you a brief description about him and his how he got started in buses. And again, that's that same bus that was on the front cover, well, the rear cover. So I keep it, I'm not centered, but that's the actual real bus, and that's him when he was a bus driver. I don't think he drives buses anymore, but at least he still gets to be around buses and replicate all these beautiful models. Now I'm gonna skip to this rear page right here. Now I'm gonna cover this part because when you get this calendar, it comes with a coupon so that you can get 21% off your next purchase. So I don't want anybody to see that code who has not purchased this calendar, because that would not be right. But again, that's Jeff Silver, and right here, and that's one of his co-stars. One of his co-stars on their YouTube channel. They actually have their own YouTube channel, and you can search on YouTube Awesome Diecast, where they pretty much talk about their favorite models and what's you know, the new arrivals and stuff like that. They also show other models other than buses, but I would say 90% of the time when Jeff shows something, he's showing a bus, because he's a bus lover just like me. So again, on this page I'm covering, they have a coupon there where you will get 21% off your purchase when you put that code in. So look forward to that when you buy it, this calendar. Now I'm gonna jump to this third page. Just so you can kind of see how the layout of the calendar is. As you see, of course, the first month of the year, January. Like I said, they had people submit pictures of their favorite models or that they got from Iconic Replicas and Awesome Diecast, and they selected 12 people for the 12 months. They selected Andrew Novak, I hope I'm saying his name correctly, and they picked him for January. I don't know how many photos he submitted, but they chose 3 of his photos. And this first photo is a J4500 with the livery of Flexbus. To my knowledge, Flexbus is a company that's pretty much worldwide, that's pretty much just starting out in the USA doing different kind of shuttles and line runs. But that's what he chose in this picture. Now in this picture, this is a New Flyer Excelsior livery of the Comet Bus Company, which is out of Columbia, South Carolina, which is kind of cool because I actually don't live far from Columbia, so I see these real buses all the time. And I say they did an amazing job because that paint job is not easy to pull off, but they did it. Now this next bus is a Greyhound D4500. Now, I would say this is a limited edition paint job because most Greyhounds you see going down the road don't look like this. But this is a limited edition and they chose to make it. Awesome Diecast also has the original paint scheme from Greyhound and different liveries, the older ones. Matter of fact, I could show you one right here, give you a preview of what's coming up next. This would probably be my next video. This is probably the most famous paint scheme from Greyhound, and this is an MCI 9. But I'll go over that bus a little bit more in another video. So this is the month of January. So I want to shout Andrew Novak out because even though he is collecting these buses, he didn't paint them or anything like that. But it looked like he built an amazing display to display the buses with an amazing diorama. And if you don't know and you look at it from, with the naked eyes, some of these pictures look pretty real. So shout out to him. Now I'm not going to show you every month because if that would kind of be a spoiler alert. But if you really want to see it, you can purchase it and you'll see all the months. But I got to show you guys this one because that's yours truly, Theodore Campbell. Let me see. Yep, Theodore Campbell. I was chosen for the month of May. That's why I got this calendar for free. And as you see, they chose 4 of my pictures. This first picture is a MCI MC7, which is a blank one. This top one is a Prevost X345 demonstrator. This one is a MCI J4500 demonstrator. And this is a Van Hool CX45 demonstrator. Now, to be honest with you, I kind of wish I submitted some photos of some buses that I customized. Pretty much all 4 of these buses are as is how I bought them from also Diecast, but they're sitting on my diorama. So it's cool. I'm glad that I made the calendar and I appreciate it, but I kind of wish that I would have submitted some custom ones. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. That's a custom one right there. I wouldn't be able to submit this one because it's not an iconic replica, but I actually have iconic replicas with the same paint scheme because I pretty much built my own little model bus company with the garage and all that. And don't worry, you guys will get to see it later. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in these videos. So this is my little review of this calendar. Again, I want to shout out Jeff Silver. I want to shout out Awesome Diecast. I want to shout out Iconic Replicas because before they came around, we didn't have much options when it comes to model buses. And I think they're doing an amazing job with these new replicas that they make for us. And from what I see, they're nowhere near finished. They got a long line and list of new buses coming out. And I look forward to them. And hopefully I can showcase them to you here on YouTube. So if you like the content, please like, share, comment, let me know what you think. And I appreciate you. Check you next time.